Tensura. The Abyss Demon by Wahab Chapter 11 Argent's Path. The moment I arrived in the underworld, I felt different, I felt stronger. It can be attributed to the effects of the realm on its natural inhabitants. Demons are stronger in their realm than in a physical or semi-physical world. It is especially true for primordials. I get it. So I'm stronger here but weaker when I get to the cardinal world. It mustn't have applied to Veldanava's dimension because that dimension is special since both spiritual and physical beings can stay there without problem. It's still different from the cardinal world in a way that spiritual beings can exist there without a physical body. Looking around, all I see is a wasteland with broken structures all over, probably due to the constant fighting. The sky is sunless, but one could still see perfectly. This place is brimming with magicules. I remember how it looks like from my memories, but being fully conscious and seeing it feels different. I spread my senses far and wide to try and pick up anything. I could sense demons roaming about the realm, but 7 presences stuck out like a sore thumb. I assume they are the other primordials. Their strength does seem greater than the other demons roaming about. They seem to be heading towards me at the moment, but one is much closer than the other, saying that I turned to face the primordial floating behind me. Long time no see, Argent. It's been too long. I've been waiting for the day you arrive so that I can kick your stupid butt," said a young lady with shoulder-length blonde hair and blue eyes. She wears a black snow coat with a skull pin over a white shirt and tie. Her appearance gives off the vibe of a high school delinquent. She is one of the powerful presences I picked up earlier, which means she is a primordial. Based on the color of her hair, I'd say she is the yellow primordial, John. She seems to have it out for me. I better calm her down by talking nicely before things escalate. You can never be sure with demons, I thought. You must be John. Nice to meet a fellow primordial after so long, I said with a smile on my face, stretching my hand out for a handshake. She seemed to have been caught off guard by my gesture. Did I do something wrong? I was quite perplexed. I see you've finally gained an ego. You're also weaker than before. This will be fun, she said with a smile that sent shivers down my spine. Notice. Master does not possess a spine as a spiritual being. I know, it's a figure of speech, geez. Before I could reply to John, I saw a wave of fire heading towards me very fast. Notice. The attack has been analyzed and has been identified to be the nuclear strike magic. Nuclear cannon. Great Sage warned me. I deflected the magic easily. John doesn't seem to be shocked that I did. Instead, she still has that ominous smile on her face. I couldn't help to smile myself. For some reason I felt like fighting her myself. My battles with Veldanava is starting to show its effects with how I effortlessly deflected that attack. I wanted to see how I fare with a primordial. Since it's my first battle with my fellow primordial, I plan on enjoying it to the fullest. I could tell that it is the demon part of me that feels this way. I battled Veldanava countless times with me losing every time, but I still learn and grow stronger with each battle. The frustration of losing to Veldanava every time, I'm gonna transfer it to her. I blitzed towards her faster than she could react and delivered a powerful blow to her face. She couldn't react on time and got blown away. We are both in our spiritual forms, so I could touch her. She stood looking mostly unaffected. Staring me dead in the eye, she says, "You bastard, still a troublesome one I see. I'll show you." Saying that, she blitzed towards me as well with her fist corked back to deliver a powerful blow. I deflected it and counterattacked with my own blows which hit. She kept trying to fight me using hand-to-hand combat, but I could tell she wasn't good at it. I landed more hits than she did every time. But the most shocking thing is, she kept getting better and better as we fought. That's a demon for you, a race solely focused and built for battling. My thoughts were interrupted by a magic attack. A cyclone was heading my way at terrifying speed. It seems to be wind magic. I counterattacked with my own cyclone to cancel John's magic out. We kept engaging in fistfight, throwing blows ever so often. John would occasionally throw a magic attack. Each one was very powerful. I would suffer some damage if I took them head-on, so I just deflected them. I decided to try a magic attack myself. HHHM. What to choose? I got it. I unleashed a magic I made during my time with Veldanava. Spiritual beings are highly resistant to magic, but if you infuse the magic with the ability to damage the astral body or soul. Chain Dragon Lightning. I muttered. Chanting isn't really needed since I have chant annulment, but I decided to do it to satisfy the otaku in me. It's lightning magic in the form of a dragon imbued with the ability to hurt the soul. It also has the ability to track its target, so there is no escaping. After saying the name of the spell, about 10 dragons made of lightning hurled towards John in quick succession. She manages to cancel out some by throwing magic bullets at them. A magic technique that involves condensing energy into a ball that detonates when in contact with its target, but she couldn't cancel them all and she got hit. Erge! She screamed painfully. If she was mad before, now she's furious. She came at me throwing all sorts of magic at me. I would just dodge them or parry. Those that managed to hit me would be stopped by my multi-layer barrier, something I've had on the whole time. All this time I've been analyzing her fighting patterns and magic, learning them. I mean, this is the perfect time to learn a lot more magic spells. I sensed the other primordials have arrived and are watching the battle. I really hope they don't join. I don't want to fight multiple primordials at once. John and I kept exchanging blows at high speed, switching from hand to magic. I noticed that she was getting slower and the power of her magic was lessening. What gives? Notice. Analysis of the individual named John has shown that she is running low on magicules. Already, I've barely used up a quarter of my reserves. I guess utility is really showing its worth here. Suddenly I felt a huge amount of magicules and an unknown energy being gathered by John. I instinctively knew that this attack was a dangerous one. But what is this mysterious energy mixed in with the magicules she gathered? Notice. Analysis has shown that it is minus energy. An energy present in the depths of the underworld. The magic being cast by the individual John possesses a large amount of minus energy. The characteristic of this magic is the annihilation of existence due to the minus energy. This can only be countered by saturating the minus energy with an equal or greater amount of plus energy. So she managed to siphon this negative energy from the depths of hell. Can I do that? I asked. Notice. After thorough analysis, Master is able to siphon minus energy from the depths of hell. Great, let's see what this magic can do first. I wanted to see how powerful this spell is. It specializes in erasing things, so it's bound to be really powerful. Let's see how you survived this, you monster. Abyss Annihilation, John yelled. John unleashed the full force of the magic apparently called Abyss Annihilation, and ooh boy was it powerful. As it headed towards me, it detonated, causing a powerful explosion that destroyed anything and everything in its path, and it kept spreading, heading towards me. I don't think I can take that head on. It's very powerful. Kukakuku, let's try this. Raising my hand, I yelled, unleashing a power I hadn't used throughout the battle. Predator. Right before my eyes and every primordial present, a black cloud erupted from my palm and enshrouded the attack, absorbing its energy until nothing was left. Everyone was gobsmacked. I could see their shocked faces using magic sense. It was priceless. Let's show off a little. Notice, attack has successfully been isolated and analyzed. Do you want to execute? Yes, no? Yes. I replied with a smile, stretching my hand. I said, let me try it out. Abyss Annihilation. What followed after that was nothing but pure destruction. The explosion was much more powerful than what John did, and it kept spreading much farther than John's spell. The resulting explosion was so powerful the entire realm shook. Even I was shocked at how powerful the attack was. Notice. The amount of energy used by the individual named John cannot be compared to the amount used by Master. I guess I added too much energy. Oops. I did notice that the spell was hard to control. If not for Great Sage, I might have lost control of the magic and it would have been disastrous. For a spell to shake an entire dimension, that's no child's play. I better be careful how I use that. Once the dust cleared up, John was nowhere to be found. Oh my Veldanava, did I just kill John? I panicked. Then I remembered that primordials can resurrect. I noticed from my memories during my time in Veldanava's dimension that no matter how many times I killed or devoured them, they always came back. After asking Veldanava, he said we primordial demons are connected to the great spirit of darkness, so we will always resurrect no matter what. It's the same for the angels as well. Calming down, I looked towards the others who looked to have gotten themselves together after almost getting caught up in the attack. I flew towards them at high speed. Getting to them, I landed gently in front of them. Kufufufufu Argent, you never failed to amuse me. I really am excited to have you back in the underworld. Let us battle to our heart's content till only one is left standing," said one of the primordials with black hair having streaks of red and gold, as well as golden eyes with red pupils and black sclerae. He must be Noir, I surmised looking at the demon. Noir was finely dressed in garments like that of a prince. He was exuding a powerful aura, just like the others here. The way he is looking at me made me feel like I'm about to be eaten or something. He is definitely dangerous. It is nice to see you all. Before I could finish speaking, I was attacked. I dodged the magic with minimal effort, looking at the person who initiated the attack. There is no need for introduction. We are already familiar with one another, isn't that right? Now we battle to finally decide who is the king of hell," said the one with red hair smiling deviously. "Rouge," I muttered. "This guy is giving off an aura that is just as powerful as Noir." "Fine by me. Let me have a taste of the new Argent," the white-haired beauty said while licking her lips. They all had a look of resolution on their faces. They are all ready to fight. It is a free-for-all fight. Everyone for himself, but I felt like I was the major target with how they were all looking at me. Kukukuku, fine by me. Let's see just how powerful I am. Jane wasn't a good standard of measurement. She just kept mindlessly throwing punches and magic. But these guys. I know for a fact that I won't be disappointed. I was right, the fight was the best I've ever had. The only ones left are me, Rouge, Noir and Blanc. The others were killed off a few minutes into the battle by Rouge and Noir. Apparently they didn't want small fries getting in the way of their long-awaited rematch. The battle was intense, with each of us exchanging blows with ungodly speed. In terms of magic, I'd say we are equal. But I don't plan on making that last forever. I plan on developing new magic spells with all the knowledge I've accumulated during this battle and my time with Veldanava. The only way to get the upper hand in the battle was to overwhelm your opponent using physical attacks, as well as cancelling out your opponent's magic before it's cast. In terms of computing speed, I was ahead of the other with the help of Great Sage. I was able to analyze and cancel out their magic before it was cast. Then cast my own magic as a counterattack. Hand-to-hand combat was where I excelled most. As demons, the others are well versed in magic than hand-to-hand combat. I on the other hand have experience using hand-to-hand combat from my battles with Veldanava, as well as imitating martial arts from comics, mangas and manhwas from my memories as a human. I dominated the fight, until they started learning from my moves and imitating it. Kukukuku. It was fun, I won't lie. Fighting has become something I enjoy. At the end, I won. They couldn't land a decisive attack on me and my barriers were strong enough to repel their attacks. They also suffered damage from my attacks, also they ran out of magicules. I'm surprised they lasted this long. Their energy management is impeccable. I on the other hand still have about half my total reserves. Fighting with a god that has infinite energy has taught me how to converse energy for drawn-out battles. Utility was also a key player to that end. Looking at the three who didn't even have the strength to stand, I said, I really enjoyed this battle. I look forward to our next battle. I conjured a ball of minus energy on my fingertips, condensing it to its utmost limit. I'm thinking of creating new magic spells, so I've been formulating and trying out new spells throughout the battle. Nihility magic is the most destructive and hardest to control. Just to finally get the hang of it, I will unleash a new Nihility magic spell. I don't have a name for it since its only effect is to blow up and erase all things. I flick my finger, shooting the ball of energy to Rouge, Noir and Blanc. The resulting explosion was powerful and created a tremendous shockwave that traveled for miles. Luckily it's not as powerful as Abyss Annihilation, so the dimension wasn't compromised. In the aftermath, only I stood triumphant. To showcase to my victory, I released my aura to let the other demons know that the primordial Argent is back. It was a close battle. I won't lie, if I didn't have Great Sage and Utility, the battle would have been much difficult. Staring into the horizon of this wasteland of a world, I prepared myself to begin a new chapter in my life. Chapter 12. Third person POV. Present time. In the realm of demons, a world plagued by constant battles, cries and death. The air thick with demonic magicules, in amounts that spawn newborn demons every other day, trembles as three opposing forces battle it out for supremacy. Laying on the ground are demons who were bold enough to throw away their lives by getting involved in the battle between these juggernauts. Most were dead, others are just a step away from dying at any moment. The three beings in question are none other than Argent, Rouge and Noir. The three of them over the years have cemented themselves as the most powerful in the underworld. None could come close to their power. Their fellow primordials were left in the dust. The growth of the three was just too insurmountable. The only one who could at least give a good fight is Blanc, but she knows better than to recklessly pick a fight without a good strategy. That is just how outmatched they were. Primordial demons such as themselves are no strangers to a hard-fought battle. They grow and learn with each battle, but those three were on another level. Possessing cunning, power and efficiency, the others couldn't keep up. Their battles are so intense that lesser demons unfortunate to be near the battle site die from the overwhelming aura they release. Greater demons and archdemons are petrified and dare not come close. Alas, there are those who wish to try their luck with the primordials. The countless demons laying dead on the floor was the outcome of their foolishness. The battle between the three rages on with no one gaining the upper hand, it would seem. It may look like a free-for-all battle, but that is far from the truth. The one being attacked the most is Argent, who has to defend and evade against attacks from the two powerhouses. You really are a difficult one, aren't you? Even while being outnumbered, you're not budging, ha 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 ha. Fine then, I'll just have to get serious. Rouge said with a crazy smile on his face. He is enjoying the battle just like the others. Although, it wasn't an intentional team-up, Rouge and Noir are matching each other's pace to attack Argent. These guys are so unfair. It's tasking for me to fight them both. They are the strongest of the primordials, Argent thought. I really commend your strength, Argent. Your efficiency is unmatched, even after fighting for weeks, your energy is just slightly above half your full capacity. This really is annoying and fun at the same time, Kufufufu. Noir said. You guys aren't so bad yourselves. Argent replied. They have less than a quarter of the full energy capacity, but are still fighting so vigorously. Their energy efficiency is crazy. It's because of them I've had to improve my own usage of energy. Although I have the largest magicules capacity amongst the primordials, it will mean nothing if I waste it. I learned that the hard way during my first few bouts with Veldanava. I do have a trump card though, my unique skills. Predator can predate any attack they throw at me, analyze it and turn it into energy I can use. Great Sage helps in analyzing their fighting style, magic can help predict any attacks or feints. The battle raged on until Rouge and Noir had no energy to fight. Argent automatically became the winner. After my fight with Noir and Rouge, in which I let them live, I decided it was time to go check up on the demons I tasked with building me a house. One fun fact I've learned is that if you destroy the heart core of a primordial demon, when they resurrect, they are subordinated to the one who kills them, but there is no compulsion into servitude nor absolute obedience to orders. I want to try it, but having those warmongering demons as my subordinates will come back to bite me in the ass. They could just go against orders and stab me in the back. That's how crazy these guys are. Anyway, back to my territory. It's been how long since I gave them the task again? Notice. 109 years. That's right. A year into the construction I asked what was taking them so long. They said they have to build a place worthy of my excellence. It was headache-inducing. I just wanted a place to stay and call home in this pit called hell, but these guys won't let me have it. From the layout, I could tell they were planning on building an enormous structure. I told them I only wanted a small place where I could stay since I'll be the only one there. At first I had an idea of building a Japanese cottage, but when I noticed how the demons were turning a deaf ear to my idea and investing themselves in creating some mega structure, I just gave up. Flying for a couple minutes, I got to my territory and what greeted me was just. These guys really built a freaking castle. It is huge. I flew down to where I noticed the demons in charge of all this. When the demons noticed my presence, they all bowed down in reverence. Welcome back Argent-sama, they all said in unison. It made me feel like they practiced this beforehand. Hi everyone. I just came back to check if you were done only to find that you've built me a slaughterhouse. I said. That place doesn't look like home at all. Anyone who sees that would be instantly filled with dread. Your words are too kind, my lord. This is just the least we can do as faithful demons under your lineage. One of the head demons said. But that wasn't a compliment though. I thought. Well, guess there's nothing I can do about it. Fine then, let me check out my castle. I walked to inspect what they've built. The entrance was majestic, fitting for nobility and royalty, but the skull at the top of the entrance gave me mixed feelings, but okay. It may be enough to scare some demons, but it definitely won't work on the primordials. On getting inside, my jaw dropped. This was beyond spectacular. The walls and ceilings were lined with decorations that would put most castles to shame. I had to admit, they really have outdone themselves. But that sentiment was broken the next second. The castle, it's too big. We've been walking for more than 15 minutes and haven't gotten to the throne room. We kept walking through corridors after corridors. I felt like I would get lost if I'm not careful. Eventually we got to the throne room and it is just as luxurious as I thought it would be, the throne as well as magnificent. It's too high for my liking, but I'll put up with it since they really put a lot of work into it. Argent-sama, your throne, one of the head demons said. I'm starting to get frustrated by the fact that I have no name to refer to these guys with. I'm not sure about naming since it's dangerous for both the named and the namer. I'll figure that out later on, thinking that I walked up the stairs leading to my throne. Once there I sat on it, looking down at the demons that filled the hallway of the room. They all knelt down in reverence, bowing their heads. Even if I tell them to stop, they won't listen. Whatever, I'll get used to it eventually. Rise, I said. They all stood up looking at me like I'm a god. It will be difficult to get used to this. Anyway, I have to appreciate them for their work done. This isn't something one does half-heartedly, they put their hearts and soul to it. Thank you for your hard work. I'm really pleased. I'll be expecting more from you. I said with a genuine smile on my face. We are honored by your words, my lord. We lowly demons aren't worthy of such words of praise from you, one of the head of the demons in my lineage said while bowing along with the others. Yes, my lord, we are yours to use. It is our duty to fulfill the needs and desires of my lord. Head demon number 2 said. Just accept my appreciation, god damn it. These guys are gonna give me a headache. They really are hardworking and hardworking people should always be rewarded. I should definitely reward them. But what do I give them? I kept thinking of the right reward to give but nothing came up. If I said their reward is them becoming my subordinates, I'm sure they'd be really happy. But that isn't really a good enough reward since I've long since accepted them as my subordinates. I guess I have no choice. I looked down at the 2 head demons from my throne, sizing them up. As a reward for your hard work I will name you too. I said authoritatively. In terms of magicules, I have more than 5 times what they each possess. If I'm careful, I won't hurt myself or them either. All I have to do is give a proportionate amount of magicules as the named. It wasn't a big deal, but they didn't think so as I did. They had shocked faces. I know how they feel. To receive a name is of the highest honor for a monster or any magical being, and here I am giving names to my subordinates like it's nothing. I know the risks, so I won't go overboard. Although we primordials will always be reborn after death, I have no plan of dying the second time. I am also eager to see if they will evolve to the next level above an archdemon, since those 2 seem like really high-ranking archdemons. Argent-sama, we are more than satisfied enough to remain unnamed. As long as we serve you for all of eternity we are more than grateful. I refuse, you having names will be much convenient for me. Saying that I started thinking of names to give. Looking at the youngest looking among the 2 I say. From now on your name will be Amon. The second I said that, I felt my magicules leave me. I felt a little bit weakened. To think Veldanava-san just goes around naming his subordinates like it's nothing. He has just unlocked a new level of respect in my heart for him. I looked at the now named Amon to see a beautiful silver-haired teen. His power has skyrocketed, but notice. Analysis shows that the individual named Amon remains an archdemon. This is disappointing. Here I thought I finally see someone evolve past the archdemon level. But his power far surpasses other archdemons. Once he was done evolving, Aemon kneeled. I thank you for granting me a name Argent Sama. I shall use this power to forever serve you. He said with a tone that shows that his reverence for me has skyrocketed. He looks more human. His most prominent feature are his red eyes and silver-colored hair. He will be very useful in running errands and helping me look after all these demons who want to serve me. 'Cause I sure am not gonna be the one to look after them. I look next to Aemon, to see the older-looking demon. Your name will be Baphomet. My magicules left me weakened further. I will stop right here. These two are more than enough to look after the other demons for me. They are long-lived and as such won't be beaten so easily by other demons except the primordials. I really hope Baphomet evolves past the archdemon race. I thought in my heart. I waited for him to evolve and once he did, I was left disappointed. Oh well, Veldanava did say he blocked our evolutionary path in exchange for free will and ego. It was worth trying though. I wonder just what does it take to evolve past the archdemon level. Baphomet's strength also increased to an absurd level. Just imagine him having silver-colored hair, folded hands. I thank you for bestowing this lowly one a name. I swear to use this power for you and you only, my lord. Baphomet said. I will be counting on you, Aemon and Baphomet. Do not let me down. I said with all seriousness. Hi Argent Sama. They both said in unison while kneeling. The other demons in the room bowed as well. That reminds me. The demons not belonging to my lineage who wish to leave can do so now. You're free and next time you test me, I won't be so kind. I said, giving them all a menacing look while releasing my aura. They cowered in the face of my aura, kneeled then fled my castle. I hope I never have to deal with them. I need to rest to regain my lost magicules. Aemon, guide me to my chambers. As you wish, my lord. I might really end up getting lost in my own castle.